What up, y'all? It's Season Love at the end. Are you read? That's who I be. And welcome to another Wednesday with me. How you doing today? Welcome to another Wednesday with me. And as you can see by the title, today we're going to be talking about my top 8 controversial opinions. Now, I definitely have more than 8. But I was like, okay, let me not make this video too long. Let me not do y'all right now. Like, if you come here from TikTok or wherever you find me at, you know what I'm saying? I definitely like to call myself the glitch in the matrix. I don't know. I'm just on a different wavelength, bro. I'm on a different vibration. Like, I'm really here for the development of my people, and that has led me really deep into my spiritual journey and has just put me in a frequency that's in tune with the new world. And when I talk about the new world, this is not some like woo-woo spiritual like new world. No. I'm talking about the new world. Like literally, like when we drop all of this shit that we're doing now and we reinvent the earth in a way that is in harmony with our bodies, Mother Nature's, and our souls. Because there is a reality that is like that. It's just that the collective consciousness is so heavily attached and focused on how the world is now, it's hard to manifest a reality that is completely different for everyone. You know what I'm saying? You have to start with yourself, honestly. The man in the mirror. Michael Jackson was fucking spitting when he was talking about that shit. Like, you gotta start with the man in the mirror, and I start by shifting my reality. And then showing that off and hopefully inspiring everybody else to shift their reality. Because it's a nice time over here, you know what I'm saying? Like, life can truly be beautiful. And I just hope to be the physical manifestation that reminds you of that throughout this journey. So that's me. And that is basically what my controversial opinions are based off of. You know what I'm saying? I got 8 of them here, so you can let me know, what you think about those in the comments. You know what I'm saying? If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, if I ruffled some feathers. Honestly, this kind of, like, writing this down kind of reminded me of my podcast, the Money Healer Monologues. You should definitely go into that, because that's really where I be talking my shit, like, in depth with, like, a variety of different topics that I just think that the Black community should start speaking about. You know what I'm saying? And, like, in my opinion, the only way to start actual change is to really just open up a space, a safe space at that, for us to really talk through these things and heal through these things and understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we fuck with things like that, and if you fucking with that vibe, definitely go check out my podcast. I'll link it down in the description below, but it's called the Money Healer Monologues. You should tune in every Monday, bro. Every Monday. Yeah, so let's get into these controversial opinions, shall we? Oh, and if you're wondering, this is some agate on my head right now. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I really don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But, yeah, Agate. That's how it's spelled. That's what it's spelled. And it's just good. This gives me a lot of Virgo energy. Like, very analytical. Very, like, okay, step by step type shit, if that makes sense. I don't know. That's the energy of the crystal for me. And then I also have this. What is this? This is I'll be using my intuition so much on, like, just the things that I do. I'll be forgetting, like, the actual name of things. I think this is aquamarine. Yeah, this might be aquamarine if I'm not mistaken. If you know, correct me down in the comments. Look at my nails! Ah, that's so cute! Oh my goodness, my nails are so bomb. Okay, anyways, my first controversial opinion. Capitalism is a facade we all uphold because of complacency. I think that because we're so used to how this system has been treating us and just how the world has been known to, I guess, maneuver today, like everything that we've learned of our society, of our government, of just the world in general, the fact that we still uphold this patriarchal, capitalistic, the fact that we still uphold this society shows how complacent we are in the things that we have become accustomed to. And I'm not saying that nobody deserves to be comfortable. Of course we deserve to be comfortable. However, healing and progressing and growth gets uncomfortable sometimes, and I believe that it's important for all of us to start getting comfortable with the uncomfortable, because we have to go through the uncomfortable regardless. We have to go through all of this, just work of reiterating our mind, our body, and our just environment, so that we can progress as a society. And I think that us submitting to capitalism it just shows how complacent we are in this society. And I think that may be a bigger problem than people are leading it on to be right now. But I don't hey, don't do me, this is just my opinion, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. Actually, cover my neck, really. Like, let me know the tea. Like, what's your opinion? Like, you disagree with me? Because honestly, if I'm being real truthful, you know what I'm saying, like, and I'm putting aside the, trying to, like, be nice, and I don't want to offend anybody. Like, I actually don't give a fuck. I actually don't care for your opinion. And I'm sure that you don't really care for mine, but if you really didn't, you wouldn't be on this video. True tea. That's dead facts. That's dead facts. Of course you did not. Yeah. Being for real, I dead think everything that I'm saying is fact. So if you really disagree with me, I really want to hear your opinion in the comments. Like, let me know. We can really pussy battle right now. Like, true tea. Like, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, especially if you disagree with me. Actually, number 2, celebrity drama is a distraction that encourages gossip. Now, I've really never, I don't know. I don't like the energy of just talking about other people while they're not there. Gives me such like it makes me sick. Like, it makes like this nasty feeling come in my throat, and like just because I know it, because that only comes because you throw up, and like when you throw up and that feeling of throwing up, that shit comes from your gut. So it's like, just to connect all the chakras for you, the solar plexus, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling in my gut like this shit is not right because this person is not here. And then going through my heart chakra of just like, oh my goodness, this is not me. This is not where my heart resides. This is not of love, especially if it's like we're gossiping about something that is like against this person, or of the energy of jealousy or envy. Like, oh my goodness, that's not how my heart runs. And then going into my throat chakra out, like, it just really makes me like repulsed, like to the core. Like, it's such a nasty feeling. Like, just to be chit-chatting about somebody and just, oh my goodness, this bitch is da-da-da-da-da-da. It's just like, are you okay? Are you well, my love? Are you good? Connecting it back to celebrity drama, I feel like celebrity drama is a distraction because it just encourages the idolization of these people that, of course, seemingly have more wealth and everything than us that are watching. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just idolizing these people. Idolizing these people. I feel like it brings such a obsessive energy almost, like, and hey, I'm not hating on Shorty. I'm not hating on the queen. Don't do me, okay? I don't want a bunch of bobs in my comments coming for my neck. But what I'm saying is, Nicki Minaj fans, like her ride or die fans, like her, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't sit here and tell me that they don't be a bit much. Like, they do be dragging it sometimes. Like, they, you know what I'm saying? And like, I just don't think that that's healthy. I don't know if that's something that, you know what I'm saying, is healthy for your mental state. You know what I mean? And it honestly strips more and more power away from you, because that is just ultimately comparing yourself to somebody that you're not even on the same vibration as. Like, you're not on the same vibration as her energetically, or you guys would be in the same spot or in the same place and having the same things. That's just true tea. That's the facts. That's just, I mean, hey, I guess that's just my opinion. I mean that's just my opinion. You're right. You're right. You're right. That's my opinion. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Number 3, if you're not on your self-healing journey, you are a part of the problem. If you're not on your self-love journey, if you're not here in this lifetime right now in this present moment working to be better than you were yesterday, you're a part of the issue. Yeah, you're a part of the issue. Because have y'all ever met, like, or just seen people, those type of people that are just like, hey, I'm fine where I am, you know what I'm saying, I'm cool where I am, like, I like, how my life is, I like how things are going, like, I just want to stay here, you know what I'm saying, forever. I just want to have my kids, get married and have my yard and my dog, and I'll just be fine for the rest of my life. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with striving for the things that you want in this lifetime. Absolutely, 100%. But I'm talking about those people in the context of them staying somewhere longer than they need to be. Now, in my opinion, and you know what I'm saying, this is spiritual girl edition, spiritual girl. That's what I am, that's who I be, that's what I do. This is my lifestyle. It's a season lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So this is all just how I live my life. Now, when we talk about the energy of Jupiter, now Jupiter being one of the planets that are up in our solar system, and as you know, the solar system is heavily connected to the earth and us here on earth. You feel me? Like, as above, so below. So when we talk about the energy of Jupiter, Jupiter is expansion. It is ruled by the sign of Sagittarius. It is, the ever-changing, traveling, going farther, digging deeper. When we talk about that energy that naturally affects all of us, you know what I'm saying? As you can see by society has to keep progressing and changing and moving. And so do just like how things work in society too, like, how new things get, like how much technology has advanced over the years and medicine has advanced through the years. Or more literal examples like the sun, the seasons, like that is the energy of Jupiter. That's the energy of expansion. So for you to sit here on this earth and think that God is not going to change and expand you from where you are is you choosing to be complacent, in my opinion. Number 4, white people don't have to add anything to society. Like, they don't have to add anything into society in order to live a sustainable life, because they're already promised a sustainable life from when they came out the pussy, because they're white. And in addition to that, rich white people living in their dystopia is evil. So when I talk about dystopia, I'm talking about, their fancy, like the luxury life of just all the materialistic things. Because I feel like that's something that we all subconsciously strive for because of, the movies and how the media has portrayed a quote unquote good life. So I think that we have become accustomed to striving for this dystopia that is the white person's fantasy, or I want to say the white man's fantasy. Yeah, the dystopia is the white man's fantasy, because that's just really how, that's the world that they live in. That's the world that they want to keep living in, that helps them disregard all the oppression and hardship that they are putting on everybody else on this earth that is not in that bracket. They don't have to contribute anything to society. They don't have to go through any type of character development and shit like that in order to live a sustainable life. Also, they only add, and especially for a white person that's not on their healing journey, that's not, you know what I'm saying, adding anything to the society in a positive way through their career or something like that, they add nothing but violence and oppression. And even in those people that are living in their careers and doing the things that they love to do, I still feel like if you're not on your healing journey and you're not becoming more consciously aware on each day, you're still adding violence and oppression to the world. Because subconsciously, you are rooted in just evil. Evil. Your ancestors are evil. Evil beings that slaughtered, raped, and just oppressed billions and billions and billions and billions of people. And the reason I say billions on top of billions on top of billions, because they didn't only affect that generation, but they've trickled down to my generation and then the generation after me, because we're still living in this type of society right now. People always like to say that, oh, racist was not that big of a deal, it was in the past, da da da. But no, we will never fucking rest. We will never rest until white people make the group conscious decision to heal themselves in order to be better members of this society. Until then, in my opinion, the goal for black people should be to completely distance ourselves. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of this fucking play that I went to go see called Ain't No Mo. If you have not went to go see this play, go see this shit, bro. Go see this. That really did me. It's basically about, like, I don't even want to spoil it for you, but like there was planes taking people back to Africa, taking black people back to Africa. And you couldn't look back. You had to, pack up yourself and go. And if you didn't, you would turn into like a full white person. But like, the point of me bringing that up is there's this energy of minority and black people just distancing ourselves from this dystopia and this world that white people have honestly built for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to keep feeding into it, then go ahead. However, I think that this is now the new age, new time, and the new world that we're breeding is for black and minority people to flourish somewhere else in their own way. Number 5, black people are the blueprint. I don't need to explain that one. Number 6, Hispanics and black people are both minorities that go through oppression in similar ways. However, you can't say nigga around the wrong people. Like Hispanics, I understand that we have, like, we're together, like we basically like this, you know what I'm saying? And like, at the end of the day, in my opinion, a white person or like a racist cop will call the both of us niggas. However, because black people are allowed to have their own perceptions of the world, you just can't say it around the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? Some black people will be a little bit more lenient with that. Some black people will be a little bit more like, nigga, what you said? Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. You never know. So you just have to, this is I feel like in the aspect of giving black people more grace all around. Everybody, every other minority group, like, yes, we're all minorities, but we all need to start giving each other grace because we all go through oppression differently. Though we have had similar experiences, oppression is completely different for every single person, every individual on this earth. So we can't dictate a whole entire group of people and how that entire group of people will react based off of something, because each of those individual peoples in that group is going to think something differently. Does that make sense? You can't say nigga around the wrong people, bro. Just be careful, be on your P's and Q's, you know what I'm saying? And even just ask, be like, yo, you comfortable? How you feel about, Hispanic saying the N-word? You know what I'm saying? Start up a conversation, like, see what they think about it. You feel me? Like, that's the only way we're going to figure it out is by talking to each other, right? Number 7, black people are allowed to have their own perspectives and live life how they want to, but we haven't came together enough, like we haven't band together enough as a group to actually stop another group from oppressing us. So yes, like I said in my last point, like, black people can individually feel how they want to feel about maybe that word or a way that society is treating us, or maybe like something that a group of people are doing on social media against us. Like, whatever the case may be, whatever the form of oppression may be, each black person is going to experience that and resonate with that completely differently. And I think that because of that I want to say over individuality, we haven't been able to come together as a group in order to come to a group consensus, in order to actually maneuver a boundary in order for other groups to stop a certain thing. That was a mouthful, but I hope that you wrapped your head around that point. Because I'm basically just trying to say that we need to come together as a group in order to actually figure out what it is that we need from other groups, so that we can have some sort of togetherness, so that we can have some sort of, groundedness in our own culture, you feel me? And it's like, we don't even have to. We don't even have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I started this off by saying, like, we're allowed to have our own perspectives and own just ways of living life. This black person might be upset that you said the word nigga, but this black person might be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's to each its own. It's how each individual wants to perceive and act off of that said thing. And then lastly, number 8, God made dark and light. So embracing our shadow is the only way to progress as individuals, and then lead us to progress as a society. Growing up in this society has taught us, like, it's told us what good and bad is, you know what I mean? And it's I feel like the society has projected a lot of different opinions, stereotypes, and just ways of living onto us, so much to a point that we can't really differentiate our own way of doing things personally. Yes, everybody has their own perceptions. However, we should all just admit to ourselves that our perceptions may be rooted in white supremacy. So embracing your shadow, embracing these dark sides, embracing, the bad thoughts that you have, embracing just the sad thoughts, the negative thoughts, the more heavier or low vibrational thoughts that and ways of being that you may have, like acknowledging that, bringing it to light, will just help us deal with it better. You know what I'm saying? Asking for that help, going to get that healing, being open and releasing that shame and guilt that we have around being ourselves, being authentic, speaking our minds, being true to ourselves also. Like, I feel like there's a lot of shame and guilt around our shadow selves as a whole, and not just our demons, not just those shadows, but also, like, the guilt and the shame that we feel and the sadness that we feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, shadow doesn't only have to do with anger. It has to do with all the low, jealousy, envious emotions that we may suppress in order to be this happy-go-lucky kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, God made all of it. God made all of these emotions. God made everything that we be feeling. And that's the nuance of this human experience that we all collectively live. So the deeper that we understand ourselves is the deeper that we understand each other. Facts. And I'm going to leave that there. On that note, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you for tuning in and sticking around. These were my top 8 controversial opinions. Spiritual Girl Edition. Whatever your opinions are, I would love to know your opinions on my opinions. You feel me? Yeah, don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to my channel. You feel me? And go check out my podcast, The Money Healing Monologues. It is available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And I also have a playlist here on my channel as well. And let me know. But yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that good shit. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one, alright? Peace.